is a Soul Hit production.
You have now tuned into Insight Sundays, the show that brings you relevant news, youth and political topics with a new direction and focus for our communities. Log in with Facebook and get connected. Here's your host, Adrian Mickens.
What's going on, Indianapolis, and welcome to another edition of Insight Sundays right here on AM 1310 The Light and Facebook Live. As always, we have to give a shout out to all of our sponsors, which are Andrew J. Brown Academy, Indiana Christian Leadership Conference or ICLC, Buttons and Bows Hair Salon, Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, New Vision Lighthouse Ministries, Hair Artistry Indy, Inner Beauty Program Incorporated, New Breed of Youth, Lighthouse Academy Charter School South and East, Beach Grove Bible Church, Sam Ash Music Store, and remember, vote William Benjamin for Sheriff of 2018. Again, vote William Benjamin for Sheriff of 2018. Stay connected with us on all of our social media platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, and of course, download our Insight Sundays mobile app on the App Store and Google Play Store. Again, download our Insight Sundays mobile app on the App Store and Google Play Store. As always, Indianapolis, we have another spectacular show for you guys this week. This week, we'll be interviewing Bill Benjamin, who's running for Sheriff of Marion County for 2018. As well as we have some highlighted clips from Kenneth Babyface Edmonds. Indianapolis, much like I've told you before, make sure that you get out and vote on May 8th. Again, that date is May 8th for the primary election. As well as early voting is still available all the way up until May 7th. Let's check it out.
Say the reason why I'm here today. As you all well know, I grew up in this city, grew up on the north side. And I remember a day back in the day when life here seemed a little bit different. It seemed a little safer, felt safer. I remember growing up in a neighborhood where everybody seemed to care about each other. I remember a neighborhood where all our moms had something to do with our discipline. I can remember friends coming over to my house and my mom telling them, you better not do that, or you better do this, or you better not do that. And I remember getting the belt taken to me many times. I can remember not only me getting the belt, but I can remember some of my friends coming over the house and getting the belt from my mom as well. It was that kind of neighborhood where everybody cared, and everybody cared for each other's kids, and it was something that mattered. In my life, I've been so blessed to have grown up in a time where people cared about each other and they supported each other. I mean, from my neighborhood, Leslie Reed, who grew up and got into finance, and I have a good friend, Hilton Hudson, who became a heart surgeon, and my brother, Kevon, who's an After 7, he went on to do amazing things, and we all had we all believed that we could dream and things could happen. And sometimes we would dream of things that we thought could never happen, and they still happened anyway. When I was asked to come here to speak for Billy Joe, and I call him Billy, I know him as Billy Joe. He always been Billy Joe to me. When we were growing up, Billy Joe, he was about the size he is now. He's in 6th grade. I think he was born about 5 feet tall, but he was always the same guy. And even back then, if someone would come around and mess with one of the Edmonds boys, one of the little Edmonds boys, then Bill was the first one. Hey, watch it. And they look at him and they wouldn't mess with us. So, but he was always that kind of guy that always cared about everyone else. And I'm so proud of how he kept that throughout his life. You know, as you all well know, he became deputy chief here, and he did amazing things. I don't want to go through the whole his whole list, because I think you're going to hear that anyway. I'm just here to speak to the person that I know, and why I think it's important to vote for Billy Joe. I'm changing the name. It's Billy Joe, y'all, because that's who you want as a sheriff. You want to know Billy Joe. You want somebody that's willing to, was willing and went through the point where he would take a belt from my mama and wouldn't get mad about it. He just, okay, I know you're just steering me right. And that's the whole thing. That's what we're missing a lot all over the country. And so to know that you have someone that has come from that kind of background, that through all these years, he could be doing anything else. He retired. He left the business. And the fact that he's coming back, you know, why is he coming back? Because it's still family. It is because I look at what's going on here in a town that I grew up in and a town that I love, and there are things that are happening that I can't believe. It doesn't seem like the same city. It doesn't seem like the same people. It doesn't feel like the same city. It doesn't feel like the same people. But I know that it is. I think sometimes we just get misguided and lose our way sometimes, and sometimes you need somebody to help show you the way back. And part of getting back there is what you guys are doing here today. The fact that you showed up, the fact that you're here because you want to make a change, and a change for the better, a change back to things that matter and things that are important. And I'm here because I believe that that can happen. I'm not a political guy. I'm in music. That's what I like to do. I just like to keep it there in the music. But when I feel like I can do something that can actually help, I get called a lot of times to go help out certain politicians for races all over the country. But I won't do it because I want to do something that counts and something that matters and something that I believe in. And Billy Joe is one of those people that I believe in. I don't, when I hear my introductions and the things I've accomplished in my life and all the things that I've done, many times it's hard for me to believe that it's even happened. I've had amazing things happen in my life, from working with amazing artists and to know presidents, to have presidents actually be at my house. For me, I actually slept in the Lincoln bedroom in my lifetime. So, and I look at myself and say, how did I get there? How did I do that? Well, it's a simple question. Simple answer to that question. I did it through the grace of God. I did it because my mama raised me right. I did it because when I did something wrong, my mama took a belt to me and got me straight. And I did it because I grew up in a time and I grew up in a place that allowed me to grow, allowed me to believe that I could have a future, that I could dream. And that was here in Indianapolis. And it hurts me to think that kids here don't believe they have that shot. Or they don't have that, they can't dream and believe like that. So you got to do it one step at a time. And you got to go to a place to where you can make it where it's safe for people to be able to dream. And that's why I'm here to vote for Billy Joe. Get y'all out to vote for Billy Joe. So I really appreciate all of you guys coming out. I love all the kids that I heard singing today, everybody that was singing, y'all got some good singers here now. They can sing. Is it who's? I was waiting for that. I knew that. No, but it was really beautiful. I'm so glad to have heard it. I would like to take this time to introduce to you a very good friend, a lifetime friend, and somebody that I'm proud of and proud to be his friend, and that I think should be and will be the next sheriff of Marion County, Bill Benjamin.
Hello, my name is Crystal Hines of the Inner Beauty Program, where I'm the founder and president. We have been enriching and inspiring and empowering youth ages 8 to 18 since 2002. Our original purpose of the program is to have girls focus on their inner attributes in a world where the outer appearance is the focal point. We have a dynamic staff of women who are here to provide all types of programming for your young ladies, including life coaching, mentoring, tutoring, boot camps, and special events. Please stay connected with us through our website, myinnerbeautyprogram.org, our Facebook page, Inner Beauty Program Inc., and our mobile app, Inner Beauty. Thank you.
Download New Boy mobile app. Check out our features. Comprehensive homepage. Scheduled events. Real-time notifications. Latest news. Download on App Store and Google Play.
Hello, my name is Sister Ariane Anderson, and I am the Youth Director at Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus. Here at Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, I have the opportunity to work with children of all ages. We offer so much for our children. They are a highlight of our church. Every Sunday, we offer youth services for our children, and every fourth Sunday of each month, we allow for our children to co-lead our services. Also, our youth nights are powerful. Every fourth Friday at 7 p.m., we come together in unity. During our youth nights, we get to praise, we get to worship, and our children get to fellowship with other children. At Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus, our pastor, Derek and Lady Valerie Miller, are committed to serving our youth. So come out to Bethesda Temple Southeast Campus. It's the place where God is.
Buttons and Bows Nail and Hair Salon welcomes you to our new location at 6233 Allisonville Road, where we service all nationalities. We are a full nail and hair salon. Booth space available. Call 317-362-0323 for more info.
Since 4th grade, Indianapolis Lighthouse College Prep has been my home.
Lighthouse gave me the opportunity to take college classes for dual credits.
Lighthouse allows me to do community service, mentoring younger students.
At Lighthouse, I take classes geared towards a career that I'm interested in.
I'm a Lighthouse Scholar from kindergarten to college.
I am a Lighthouse Scholar from kindergarten to college.
I'm a Lighthouse Scholar graduating this year and on my way to college. Apply at lighthouse-academies.org.
Beach Grove Bible Church. Beach Grove Bible Church. Beach Grove Bible Church. Beach Grove Bible
Church. During the last 5 years, National Heritage Academies ranked in the top 25% of U.S. schools for academic growth.
I'm learning a lot.
We want you to have academic success, but we want you to have emotional success.
They teach me to be a good person.
My children feel very safe.
That's why 92% of our parents recommend us.
We are in the business of producing excellent human beings. That's our legacy to the world.
Hello, everybody. My name is Pastor Aaron Boyd. I'm the pastor at New Vision Lighthouse, and we're located at the corner of 46th and Arlington and Devonton Plaza. We welcome you to come and worship with us every Sunday at 11 a.m. We have midweek Bible study on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Our mission is simply this: to let our light shine in our communities and in our families. You can like us on Facebook, visit us on the web at newvisionlighthouse.com. God bless you. Be careful and be prayerful.
Everybody out there, hey, register to vote. Register to vote. Too many people fought for your right to vote. Register. And then May of 18, come out and remember William Benjamin. Remember William Benjamin. May of 18, we have to vote in the primary. Amp, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for this. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you.
I just got the best deal on my new guitar at Sam Ash.
I always get advice I can trust.
I got it in time for my gig.
The coolest selection of music and sound gear, always at the guaranteed lowest prices. Sam Ash, the real deal. Get zero interest financing for 24 months with your Sam Ash credit card.
We'll be interviewing Bill Benjamin, who's running for sheriff of Marion County on May 8th for the primaries. Again, that's Marion County on May 8th for the primaries. How's it going, Mr. Benjamin?
All right, good. Real good.
Doing pretty good myself too as well. So I want to know, how has it been running for your first election?
I don't have the experience in politics. Actually, I've just been in law enforcement for most of my adult life. Mm-hmm. And in order to obtain the position of sheriff of Marion County, I had to run. So I've got a great team around me. I've got some politicians that have won some elections that are around me, and they're advising me along the way. And believe me, this is not fun. This is hard work. It is a grind. That's our slogan. We are in grind mode right now. Mm-hmm. And so we're not going to quit until, we win it all.
How has it been with your team? I know that you put a well put together, well-rounded team. How was that process of finding the right people to help you with your campaign?
So this one's simple. The Lord has supplied us with the skill, the talent, the resources to continue to run. And a lot of the folks that are on my team I never knew before I announced my candidacy. So that skill set has came our way through just being blessed. And we're performing, and I'm pushing them to perform even better so that we can get this victory. Very skillful, talented people that understand their roles, and they are really producing for us. And we don't have any paid employees. We have a committee that's doing it from the bottom of their heart and the love that they have for what we're trying to accomplish here. So very thankful and blessed to have them.
How's your response been with the community as far as having a sheriff with your kind of credentials try to run for office?
Community has been wonderful. Of course, they've known me throughout the years, and I've been in every corner of the county in our law enforcement works and socially. Following basketball games and football games and coaching kids and worshiping and even with my Kappa brothers, out there. So they've been responding well to us and spreading the word, and we feel good about that. That's a part of my campaign that I really don't have to worry about, because the community has always trusted me as a law enforcement officer. Yeah. And it's really working together well.
Speaking about the worship part that you spoke about, and I know firsthand by seeing you, when you go out and speak to the churches, you live by a motto that I don't speak and dash. So can you tell the public about exactly what you're meaning by that with the churches?
One thing is that we're God-fearing, and we respect the Lord. We respect what Jesus has meant to our lives. How can I campaign as a man of faith and go into a person's sanctuary and stay there for 10 minutes, talk for 4, and dash out the side door or the back door to another venue to try to secure cheap votes? What we do as a team, and as many as 17 have shown up with me and my team, we stay for the entire service. We get there early. We meet and greet. We participate in the 5 acts of worship, and we tithe, we pray, we hear the word, and we worship, and then we fellowship after service. We've done that at every congregation we went to. Having said that, in doing that, I can't reach out to all the different churches across the county because I stayed for service. I'm not going to disrespect the Lord. I'm not going to disrespect the people or the membership of that specific congregation.
Absolutely, and I like your method behind that, because the truth be told, I know you can't make it to every church, but the word will spread. And people will talk about what you did as being dedicated to their church and their ministry for that moment in time, and will spread that to the churches probably that you were not able to get to, because words definitely spread fast. I want to touch on something that's kind of relevant to the country, but also relevant within everybody's day-to-day lives, and that is state and local laws. There was an incident that happened in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at a Starbucks, where there were two African-American males went for a meeting like anybody else would at Starbucks, because that's the culture of Starbucks, whether you generally purchase something or not. I myself have even done that too as well, where I go into Starbucks for a meeting and probably not even purchase a particular item that day. I'm just going specifically for that meeting. We know that the store manager had called the officers based upon her own reasoning of trespassing or whatever it is she wanted to say it was a crime of. But the officers, when they got there, personally for me, I think that they could have used discretion behind that issue. If that was under your watch, the chief of police in Philadelphia spoke, but he had to do a follow-up speech to apologize for his first speech by not seeing all or gathering all of the information before he spoke about the culture of Starbucks. What would have done in that situation as chief?
Actually, I'm not a racist. I'm a realist. And what's real is that there's racism throughout our nation. That's what's real. Not just our culture, but other cultures. A former deputy chief, as I am of IMPD, striving to become the head of an agency, you cannot speak publicly until you have all the facts and all the pieces of evidence per specific case.
Yeah.
And I saw that chief. That chief was Afro-American.
Yeah, he was.
And he spoke about how his officers were correct in their conduct and how they affected the arrest. Then he had to come back and eat his words. It disturbs me because though he's Afro-American, he has not been schooled properly in leadership. And by his own doing, he had to come back and recant his initial statement. A man of color in certain areas of our nation is absolutely treated differently, and to some points to gross disrespect, and it's got to stop. When we talk about disrespect, most of the murders that happen here in our county are really due to disrespect. It's not driven by drugs. It's not driven by an ongoing social media argument. It's just driven by the simple word respect. Are you respecting me or disrespecting me? And that's what happened in Philadelphia. Those men came in, they were civil, and when they were interviewed by Good Morning America, they were well spoken. They just happened to be black, sitting in the Starbucks doing what people have always done in Starbucks since the beginning of Starbucks, and they were arrested. That just shows you that in 2018, we have not advanced to the degree that some think we have. I'm even feeling a little bit of, not pressure, but a little bit resistance from some people here in my own city and state who I have helped along the way, but will not help me carry the message to win this election. And so we're grinding, we're moving on, but that was a case that will be well documented. But know this, Adrian, it will happen again.
This question here is directly for you and your campaign. And you can answer it to the best of your ability. I know that when campaigns are run, dirty play usually comes to be involved in the mix by one other person. And it also triggers the other person or their campaign committee to trigger back. But you haven't. Why is it that you keep a clean campaign?
When I said I was going to run, I know that I won't succeed without God. So we're going to run a godly campaign. Yes, I will defend my name off of lies, but I'll do it with class. I'm not going to lash back on a lot of things that I do know about other candidates to try to secure a cheap vote. I want the community to focus on what I can bring to the table, how I can make changes to help the deputies, to help the community, to help the spirit of the county feel like it's once again a safer place to be in. To include bringing back youth programs, to include bringing back the PAL Club, which does work. The police athletic league does work, where you take a child and bring a child in from age 8 to 18, and deputies will coach, monitor, mentor, tutor that young person to the point where they clearly understand laws and right from wrong and become productive young citizens. I'm definitely going to bring back or focus on the mental health piece in the jails. Let's face it, most people in jail don't need to be in jail. They need treatment so that they can function outside the walls of a jail.
Yeah.
I'm going to focus on that. So with all those things coming our way, I'm focused on doing what's best for the county, not negativity on another candidate. If you compare my resume, compare what I plan to do, which is mostly what I've already done. I know how to do it. I'm not, like the reduction of violent crime. No candidate that's running now can place their resume next to mine on violence reduction because they didn't do the work. I did. But I'm not going to focus on negativity on that. Please focus on what we're trying to do to make this county a better place to live.
Got you. All right. To kind of, I know we're coming to an ending point to this interview, and at the risk of sounding redundant, but sometimes people just need to hear it more than one time. Explain to Indianapolis the best way that you can of all of your accolades that you want them to know why you are the best candidate for sheriff.
Indianapolis, I'm gonna start weakest to strongest, hopefully. Some may view this as a normal statement, but I do love Indianapolis and I love my county. And I raised my daughters here, and I plan to be here until the Lord calls me on. I played for the Indianapolis Colts, and I played for them while being a police officer. I'm a graduate of the National FBI Academy. I'm a graduate of the Southern Police Institute. I'm a graduate of the Senior Management Institute for Police, 3 of the highest leadership schools in the nation. I'm a graduate of those schools. I'm a college graduate from San Jose State University, where I played college football, met my wife, and we have been married 38 years. But I was a successful deputy chief with the great help of great detectives along the way in investigations and operations, where we led the nation in solving murders for a city our size or larger at a little over 81%. So in those years, you only had an 18% chance really of getting away because we were on you. And again, if you capture a killer quick, things slow down. Now, the current staff at IMPD is solving murders at a clip of around 40%. So you've got a 60% chance of killing and getting away and going on about your life, where when I was there you had an 18% chance. So we're proud of that. I ran the Police Athletic League, where young kids were coached, mentored, monitored, and tutored by police officers. Now they are productive citizens in the community with their own families, and they remember me as Sergeant Ben because I was a sergeant back then.
Yeah.
That's how, and they remember me that, and they called me that. But that's a program that works.
All right. Well, lastly, if anybody wants to get a part or be a part of the Bill Benjamin campaign, or find out all the information that you just spoke with about today about your credentials, where do they go? How do they find out? How do they be a part?
You go to my webpage, BillBenjaminForSheriff.com. You can go on Facebook under William Benjamin, find us. I have another Facebook page of Chief Benjamin for Sheriff. You can find us there. You can call me, and when you call me, I answer. It's 317-675-0107. And I answer that. No receptionist, no assistant answers that. I answer that. And if I don't answer, I will call that number back. So I'm accessible, I'm reachable, and I've always been that way throughout my career.
All right. Well, there you have it, Indianapolis. Bill Benjamin for sheriff.
Thank you, Indianapolis, for tuning in to another edition of Insight Sundays right here on AM 1310 The Light and Facebook Live. As always, Indianapolis, I hope that this show was impactful and insightful. Stay connected with us on all of our social media platforms, which is Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Snapchat, and of course by downloading our Insight Sundays mobile app on the App Store and Google Play Store. Again, download the Insight Sundays mobile app on the App Store and Google Play Store. And one more reminder, Indianapolis, please make sure that you get out and vote on May 8th. Again, make sure that you go out and vote in the primaries on May 8th. Early voting is still available until May 7th at the City County Building, County Clerk's Office, room 122. And we will check you guys out next week.
This is a Soul Hit production.